always enjoyed the fact that even at Universal we have princesses, but our princess isn't open. Hey there, humanoids, Mr. Nooks and Crannies here. Today we are at Universal Orlando Resort, specifically at the resort hotels, to see all of the sand sculptures that they have on display in the lobby. Now the theme is going to be Summer Blockbuster. That's what we got going on in the parks as well too. So we got some classics out there. I think there's 2 Jaws sand sculptures, Ghostbusters, Trolls, and the list goes on. So we're going to try to take you to as many resorts as we can, so grab your bucket and shovel and head right this way. Right here in Portofino, they have the first of what I have heard are 2 Jaws sand sculptures. Of all the properties that deserve 2 representations at 2 different hotels, it would be Jaws. Besides my personal affinity for the property itself, it seems to be more popular than ever. Very cool. We love you, Bruce. Glad you're still doing your thing. We're at the Hard Rock, and they got Ghostbusters going on for their sand art. Now this lobby is pretty dark right now, but I'll try to show you what we can show you. Of course, the no ghost symbol, stay puffed. There's the portal, what a gozer would be. There is, I used to know the name of that little device there, but that detects supernatural activity, and we got some mini puffs as well too. All right, we made our way over to Royal Pacific, and they got a little Jack Black action, some Kung Fu Panda, representing DreamWorks Land, one of the newer areas of Universal Studios Florida. Very cool. I dig the texture there at the bottom. Excellent. Cabana Bay's central atrium, inspired by the spectacular lobby terrarium at the celebrated Americana Hotel in Bal Harbour, Florida, 1956. That pack styling. Right here at Cabana Bay, and they've got Shrek and Donkey. Again, promoting the relatively new DreamWorks land. Got the DreamWorks logo there. And of course, the old buddies, the old pals, Shrek and Donkey. And there's behind them Shrek's hut, of course. Very nice. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. Right here at Sapphire Falls, and we have the second of the Jaws sand sculptures. I like this one a little bit more. Showing Bruce coming up and taking care of Quint and crew. Very nice. I can see why they gave the old boy two sculptures. Because he's one of our most famous stars. Right here at Aventura, they have the Back to the Future sand sculpture. Now, I'm assuming it might tie into the theme of Aventura being a somewhat futuristic hotel, at least in its design. Most people just think it looks like a fidget spinner. Well, we've got the date, November 5th, 1955. Of course. And the flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible. And the courthouse. And if you look closely, there's the flames from the DeLorean. Now we're at Endless Summer Surfside. And they have a Trolls sand sculpture for our Blockbuster Summer Sand Sculpture series. Also advertising the relatively new DreamWorks land. And what are their names? Oh, Poppy Branch. And then that guy. There's that guy. Alright, here at Endless Summer Dockside, and it looks, not only do we have double Jaws, we got double Shreks as well too. This one's got Shrek and Fiona. Of course, advertising the relatively new DreamWorks land over at Universal Studios. And there they are. Always enjoyed the fact that even at Universal we have princesses, but our princess is an ogre. Here at Stella Nova, we've got E.T., my friend, and the only opening day attraction that's still open, that's a ride. There are two shows that still exist, but E.T. is still over at the studios, taking you to the Green Planet, and now he's been immortalized in sand. He said, "I'll be right here." Worst E.T. ever. We're here at the relatively brand new Terra Luna Resort, and their sand sculpture is dedicated to Dark Universe and Frankenstein's Castle over at Epic Universe, of course. There's Frankenstein's monster, and I'm assuming that's the creature poking his head up out of the water a little bit. Very nice. Very evil. right at Helios Grand, they have a How to Train Your Dragon Sand Sculpture. Of course, part of the Isle of Berk at Epic Universe, which is right there, right behind Sand Sculpture. There's Toothless and all of his gritty glory. That's going to do it for today's adventure. I'm Mr. Nooks and Crannies saying, summer ain't summer. You've got some sand in your toes and your hotel lobbies. Hit like and subscribe, and appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.